Yeah, we're gonna go there. In 3, 2, 1. Hello everyone, it's me, and today we are going to be talking about the Mandela effect. That's right, I'm going there. If you are unfamiliar with the Mandela effect, or what those ball of words even mean, then you can go get a more thorough explanation simply by heading on over to Google, and I totally recommend you do that. The Mandela effect really is something that I find very interesting, and it's just fascinating to me. On the most basic of terms, the Mandela effect is when large groups of people who have never met share memories and experiences of things that in this world never occurred or existed. However, it's also fair that I just put in there that it does not necessarily have to be large groups of people. It can be a single person. It could be an amoeba in a pond saying, "Ha! What? That algae wasn't there yesterday." It's like Jiffy peanut butter. We all remember it, but the thing is, it was never really called Jiffy. It was always Jif. Choosy moms, they choose Jif because they are so choosy that they don't take the time to actually cook a meal. They just lather on some old peanut butter. Yep, there's chemicals in that peanut butter, but who cares? Because these moms are very choosy, just not that choosy. Chemicals, oh god, yes. It adds to the peanut flavor. Furthermore, another example of the Mandela effect is the fact that, are you ready for this? Ed McMahon never worked for Publishers Clearinghouse. We just all remember that he did. You know, it's Ed McMahon with Publishers Clearinghouse. You may have already won. Ed McMahon and the Publishers Clearinghouse was like so ingrained in pop culture, like televisions and movies and TV and movies and books and magazines. Ed McMahon, I won. What? The Publishers Clearinghouse? Get the F out of here, because we are selling everything. And I don't want to talk to you anymore, because I'm going to Rio, and I'm going to dance the night away. Rio, Brazil. I think I'm bad at geography, because the world is changing, and so are our continents. And you know, like, the Bible totally does not say that there were 3 wise men. What? Then why did Jesus get his gold? But you know, it can also be more subtle. Like that library that I go to on campus, the name changed, I swear. Like, I walked in and I said, "Why are all of you standing here in lab coats swishing around fluid and beakers? This is a library!" It was a joke. See, I walked into the wrong building. It wasn't the library. Do you follow? And you know, non-dairy creamer, it's actually called something else now. Like, I was totally shocked. I was at my local Starbucks and I asked this woman to hand me the non-dairy creamer, and she goes, "Oh, the non-dairy creamer? Since when did they change the name?" My point is, whether you believe it or not, or if you are open to it or not, it's still really interesting. In life, you know, we've learned that my experience might not always match other people's experiences, but we still need to kind of value other people's experiences and always go with love and the desire to better understand. And of course, we do have a lot of respect. And you know, my talking about these things and like having fun and kind of doing a little bit of investigative debunking, which I'm getting ready to do, like over here. Like, you can't see the timeline, but it's gonna be over here in just a minute because I haven't got started yet. It's not me saying, "Hey, this is how it is." It's just me saying, this is happiness. Get with it, dude. wake up. This is your life, and you deserve to be happy. One Mandela effect that really caught my attention is Sex and the City. It's a very witty, funny television show that starred Sarah Jessica Parker, and I'm gay, so of course I love that show. However, some people remember the show not being called Sex and the City, but rather Sex in the City. And recently someone whose name I really don't remember, and I know I just wasn't really paying attention, they made a video on here that delved into the topic of sex and in the city, and they gave a lot of examples and things like that, and it was really interesting. So in terms of the title of the show, what you remember, go with that. But at the same time, I remember it being Sex and the City because Sex and the City is the title of the show. And today, I forgot where I was. The title was Sex and the City. And today, I am going to be debunking in the city. So these four characters were horny. And Kim Cattrall's character of Samantha Jones had loins that were on constant fire, and these women were free, independent, educated, and in charge of their own lives and destiny. They were also very horny. Did I forget to mention that? So none of these four women were limiting their sex or their sexcapades to a specific area of New York known as Manhattan, aka the city. They were going to take their sex all the way to Long Island, Staten Island. They were going to take it to the Hamptons, upstate, downstate, and clear across the border, wherever their loins took them. In fact, with this show, New York was a huge part of it, and a character arguably all its own. Thus, Sex and the City, because it was a show that was about more than just plain old sex, no matter how exciting it could be at times. We have sex, but we also have the city. We don't just have the act being done in the city. Now, if you are into the Mandela effect, you will know that there are many clips from many talk shows, award shows, red carpet ceremonies, and interviews where people all clearly call the show Sex in the City. And Sarah Jessica Parker herself, the star of the show and one of the producers, calls it Sex in the City many times throughout history and even in more recent times. I know it was more recent because she looked a little bit older and she had brown blonde. Square pegs, square pegs, square pegs. And you know what? If you are announcing nominations for an award, you think you would have the proper title listed on your damn piece of paper. And you think if you worked on a show and spent all of that time, you would know what that show was actually called. So the question is, then why is everyone calling it Sex in the City when that's not its name? Well, to answer that question, it's pretty simple. Because oftentimes people do not properly pronounce the word and. The N is overstressed, resulting in an almost mute of the ah and duh sound. It's like when people mispronounce the word ask. They overstress the K sound, so it comes out as ax, almost muting the middle C. People, in fact, are saying sex and the city, but since they are overstressing the N in and, it comes out as N-I-N. For instance, he and I went to the movies. Bausch in Loam, Johnson in Johnson, peas in carrots. No one would say peas in carrots because that wouldn't make sense. It's of course peas and carrots. As I said, it is important to honor other people's experiences, and this is in no way saying, hey, you're an idiot. It's just offering a little information. You know, it's phonetics and things like that, and that interests me just as much as this whole thing does. You know, you and I might meet the same person at the same time, and one of us may walk away going, God, I really need to get their number. They were such a fun person, and we would be like best friends. But then the other person might walk away going, what an asshole. They were so rude. It's the same thing. We just have different experiences of it. It has something to do with perception, and in this case, an overpronunciation becoming ingrained. So, there you have it. But this does not explain away all Mandela effects, like the Monopoly man with his monocle, or not his monocle, or the lion laying down with the lamb in the Bible. I've heard it, I just don't know it because I don't really sit around and read the Bible, because I've got important things to do, like having sex in the city. Or in the city? I've already forgotten. In life, there are some things that you simply cannot explain. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you know that I wasn't making fun of anyone or anything. I'm just having fun and saying, you gotta have fun in life and you have to be happy. So thank you all so much for watching. Please be sure to comment. Let me know if I did anything wrong or pissed you off, and tell me about your own Mandela effects if you want. Be sure to subscribe if you have not already. I make tons of videos, each one more stupid than the next, and that's it. I'll see you next time.